tonight we talking about Realness with a twist. You know, you might have seen this on HBO, Legendary. You might have seen this on Pose. But Realness with a twist is now. Part 1, Realness with a twist, he looks straight. You would never suspect him to be gay. He's good in any hood. He's getting through. He going home to the family room. Probably got some kids, girlfriend. I don't know. He looks straight. But part 2, he might got a wig on, some heels. He in a soft, cunt, feminine dip and landed. That's Realness with a twist. The boys who can bend their wrist, they can bend it like this. There's a lot of conversation. Who's the king of twist? Who's the king? Some say it's in Atlanta. I don't know. Some say it's in the Midwest, LA, Paris. I don't know. But in New York City, 2023, they gave a 5K. Legendary Shy West. You know the West girls got the 5K. It's no shame. But tonight is about Realness with a twist. So, there's no order without chaos. So, we talk.
And this is why we talk. So, since we're here, there is no order without chaos. And, you know, we talk. And we're in New York City. And, you know, the Ballroom Awards bar just happened. And it was for $5,000.
Okay.
Realness with a twist. Now, this has happened before. It happened so long ago. It had to be almost maybe 15, possibly 20, don't quote me. But I remember the last person who won it was DJ Prodigy. He was a twister and he won the 5K.
Right.
And that was huge. And this is huge. And you won.
Right. I mean,
the first question is,
right.
Did you get all the money?
I got all the money in my hand. Yes. Like, I got all the money. I counted it. At first, I counted 4,000. Then I went to Jack and I was like, it's only 4,000, but I think that was too hype.
Okay.
I counted again. Then it was 5,000.
But you did go ask Jack what was going on.
I know, y'all was sitting right next to him. He was like, bitch, count that over.
I do my research. I like to keep my ear to shit. I talk to people.
Right.
It was said to me that when the category dropped, you said it was yours. Is that true?
Well, when the category originally dropped, it kind of dropped like I think last year. So I mean, I didn't say it was like mine per se because I didn't really think it was gonna even walk. Because I wasn't know because at first I was like I am a legend. So, but it didn't it wasn't like for me because I mean it wasn't for the legends per se because they had a legendary category that night also.
They did,
and you know how they are sometimes with.
With the legends walking, they want you to get to it.
The only time y'all be like, oh, no, the legends only walk a $5,000 category if it's just like if it's not legendary performance. Now, if it's legendary performance and it's only $200, $300, nobody's walking. So now y'all gonna come and walk. Y'all gonna come and snatch these. Oh no! Oh, they are.
You about to dish it. You gonna take these kids with you.
But it's a difference between me and these other girls. So
what's the difference?
I just became legend, so I'm a new legend.
Oh, girl, that's what you want to get out of here. So you feel like because you're a new legend, does that mean you're a kid?
No.
What you saying to me?
I'm a new legend, so it was meant for me to walk this ball right here.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's only. Other than that, I will not ever walk regular twist ever again.
Oh, why not?
Because I think that this was solidified me as like the one and the only, like the king of twist. Like I mean,
time you heard it?
No.
What happened?
No. My best is the king of twist. He has that title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when it comes to like the the charts and the accolades and all the everything that it really comes to become a king of twist, like it will be me.
You gotta sell records. You gotta get plaques.
Yeah, so we share. Yeah, like we all. It is 3 kings, but like I am like the top. Like to me, like that's just my opinion.
King. Okay, because we do have to lay it out to the accolades, the other years, the wins, all of that type of stuff, and that's just like true. We just have to call it what it is, and so we can talk later, you guys. But what do you think? And I want honest. Can we talk?
Yeah.
Can we kick it? Yeah. Okay. When we're thinking of 5,000 ladies and gentlemen, especially the Twisters, because that was the last one. What do you think an effect should look like?
The effect should look like mine. I look something like David, Ebony, with the half green and half purple. We were just looking at
with the glitter.
You just said it gave me the Beyonce number.
I think it was a Beyonce number. That was real glitter.
It was real glittery. Tide's effect was 5,000. His production was 5,000. Like those are the standards for $5,000 for a twist because we're boys. You know, you gotta be twisted. You gotta be some type of masculine at the end of the day. So I feel like those effects alone was the standard of what the category was calling for. And I feel like if all three of us would have came out, if me, Ty, and David would have came out first, I don't think, and then they were judging on the facts, I don't think half of them would have even got through.
Ooh, so you did see some lackluster effects.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you see some possibly Harley Quinns?
It was a lot of Harley Quinns. Like, oh
and
my
that's
God,
not a Joker.
That's not a Joker.
Ooh, judges.
Like,
pay attention.
I was confused. Like they dead went to Party City, or not even Party City because Party City don't even sell them. So it went to like Amazon, like which is probably even worse. Like,
so you can't grab nothing off of Amazon, not for $5,000.
not for $5K. Like, I mean, no, let me not say that because you can tweak things around. Like if he would have had the Harley Quinn and put some rhinestones on the Harley Quinn and
glitter it up and had the thing, Okay,
nobody would have never even knew, boy, that you even got that costume. Like,
but we know exactly that you had Harley Quinn.
We knew.
Yeah, we knew.
And I feel like the judges should have known too. Like, but judge why did. Yeah.
I think a lot of people got, when I looked at the category, because I looked at it because I knew that this interview was coming up, and I was like, they were very, very gracious, if you will. They had a lot of grace with a lot of people for the $5,000 because it was a time in which only 5 people would be able to get through for the $5,000. I think that night I seen a lot of things that was like, wow. Even the performances. What did you think about the performances? Because it was only a couple of productions.
Well, I will be real.
Please be real.
The productions was a snooze. The only production that wasn't a snooze was Ty's. Even including, I don't feel like my production was a snooze itself. I feel like my production, you kind of knew that I was kind of nervous, so it was like I rushed through it. Like, but I got the job done. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I wasn't a chop, but I got the job done. But everybody else's production was kind of like it was either a little boring or just wasn't up to par, or you just didn't need a production. Like it was no quality. You didn't need one. Like you get what I'm saying? You should have just got your regular 10s. That's how I felt about the production wise. Now the 10s wise, I feel like a lot of people that got regular 10s did a lot better than the ones with the production, which is kudos to y'all. But y'all effects suck. Like that's what it gave. Like okay, 10s is cute, but your production is like your effect is a chop. So it's like we love and hate it. So I think that's what the judges was kind of pulling at. Like, dang, he did cute. He did better. Let's just say me. Let's just use me. He did better than Shaw's production, but his effects suck. So we're gonna give him 10s.
It was a nice night. It gave. Let them bowl, y'all. Let them bowl. Yeah. But you won. Yeah. Like you were saying something in a battle with you and Prince, because y'all was the last battle. What were you saying, legendary Shy West, when the judges were collecting? Because this is what the girls know. Because it be a lot going on when it's time to collect them votes, and it persuades votes too. Right. And I just want to ask you, because this is my job. What were you saying when the judges were collecting the vote for $5,000? Shy West legend. What were you saying?
Alright, well, I'm gonna start off where I was saying to Rome first. Okay. I'm not gonna start off with this Prince.
Well, let's talk about it.
But I was saying a lot of shit to everybody. Like, I was telling Rome, like, he needs to go back to LA. He looked like a pirate. Like, I was saying all that other stuff. Like, I was touching his shirt, like, pulling out his clothing, because the judges need to understand that he looks like a pirate and I look like $5,000. So, you get what I'm.
Listen, I know you're enjoying the show, but I had to come through and let you know that the iconic Father Juicy Shy, and Quana, yeah, they're going to be at Housing Works. They're going to be at Housing Works starting September 18th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Yeah, and they're going to be teaching voguing. You can come through Relax Key. There'll be refreshments. There's going to be Metro cards to get you to and from. Now, this is going to be taking place at Housing Works. What is Housing Works? Where have you been? Listen, Housing Works provides primary care, mental health services, harm reduction, support groups, you name it, they got it. But you're only going to know if you come through, okay? So the address is 2640 Pickens Avenue. This is in Brooklyn. They want to see you. I want to see you. Come through. Now I'm going to call you back. It's a show on.
Saying no matter if he did a cute stunt, remember what it's calling for. Prince, I was telling Prince like, it's time to go back to Atlanta. Like, you know, you lost already. Like, it's time to go. Like, you
head on down to Georgia.
Yeah, go back to Georgia. Like, so, but everything that I say at the panel, I want everybody to know that I don't. Well, I do mean it, but I don't mean it like that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's no like an ill intent about it. Like, it's just like I'm just trying to win the battle. That's it. You can be girlfriends after, you know.
Because that's your house member, so it's
right.
deeper than girlfriends.
Right.
And
well, that could be my house member and not be my girlfriend, but yeah.
Okay, but is she your girlfriend?
Yeah, we're friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all split the money?
Yes, I split it with her.
All the way down the middle?
Yeah.
Wow. Shout out to you. I would have definitely gave him $100.
$100?
And told him thanks for coming out.
Why? If he battled the same amount of people that you did, and he sat some girls that could have been competition for you, you wouldn't split it?
Well, let's talk about it. Who was your competition?
Well, none of them bitches was my competition.
Oh, okay. So
what I'm saying is there always could be a debate. It always could be a debatable battle. Like it always could be like yeah. So like for instance, like I didn't battle Malik. Like, but me and Malik always back and forth. Like, if you ever watch me and Malik history, it's like I win, he wins, I win, and it's the battle. Like, you know what I'm saying? The battle of the night.
Do you think that has anything to do with you wanting to be a Mugler?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Me wanting to be a Mugler? When do I say I want to be a Mugler?
Yeah, so it was told to me
that was like years ago.
Well, let's talk about it. I was told that you wanted to be Mugler, and you auditioned to be in a house, and you auditioned at their house ball, and I think it was Tati who didn't see it. Is that true?
Yes, that is so true.
Tell me about that a little bit. Oh my gosh.
So,
we like to talk here.
So what I did was I took this journey, and at first, I walked Kelly Ball, and then after that, I walked Kelly Ball after the pandemic, and after I walked, I had got asked to be a West right then and there.
Okay.
After I won, so I'm like, I would love to be a West because I've always hung around them, like, you know what I'm saying? But I said, I didn't say no. I just said, not right now. I want to see, like, because before West came out, I wanted to be at Mugler. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to be Mugler. Yeah. So I'm like, let me see about the Muglers. And then, like, also, Kim was my father. Kim is my father, so he was an Aga at the time. So as I'm being a 007, Kim is trying to persuade me to become an Aga. At the same time, I'm trying to persuade myself to become a Mugler. You get what I'm saying? So
you had your eyes on Mugler.
I have my eyes on Mugler.
Why is that?
Because I feel like me and Malik would have dominated the whole thing, and I feel like we would have cleared it, and I don't feel like nobody would have beat us.
I'm glad that you said that. It was honest about that.
Yeah, I feel like if me and Malik would have teamed up, and I feel like it was time for us to even team up because we already battled each other for mad years. So it's like it's not like, oh, if you can't beat them, join them because I already beat them. So it's like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's just team up and let's fuck them up. But since Tati ain't see it, even though Tati is like, she's a female figure, it's like she's not even in the same category. I was just like, nah, if one person don't see it, then I don't want to come. I want to be loved by everybody. Yeah, so that's why I didn't come. But
so the tea I get is definitely true.
Yeah, no, that is definitely true. And then I was just like, you know what? I feel like when I hung around them, it was cool, but it wasn't like the vibe that the West gave me.
That's your family, the West.
So yeah, regardless of the fact that Tati didn't see it or not, I didn't see it as much either because of when I hung out with them. I even went to Six Flags and it was boring. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was only with a couple of people though. That was certain people. Like, I was just saying, like, it was. I loved them down, but it wasn't like if I would have went to Six Flags with the West, it would have been up. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I looked at it like that. Like, I love the house down, but I feel like, me being the West was a benefit.
I think that's an important thing. I think, shout out to you, first of all, for even scoping out houses and trying to see where you fit in there, because a lot of people understand you're picking your family who you're going to be with. It is on the floor, but a lot of times you want to feel like, bitch, I'm a part of it. Right. And so if it didn't feel like it was a connect, then it wasn't going to be a connect. And you would have just been in there being miserable like a lot of people are in their houses. Correct. You know what I mean? But I wonder how Tati feels now that you are the new $5,000 twister and they don't have that in their house.
I know, right?
You see how that works? It gives no shade. It gives. How's the Tati though?
It's Tati's fault, y'all.
But Malik was there, so he competed. Who beat him? Okay. All right. So.
Oh no, Prince beat him.
Prince beat him. So Prince definitely, it was given down the middle.
Yeah.
So this all just to follow up, it made sense for you to do just a good.
Don't get me wrong, like the 5,000, like I had $5,000, $10,000 in my hand. So touching that money wasn't like a big thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So winning the title was more of a bigger thing to me. Like having the title was bigger to me because nobody has that title other than DJ. I mean, in the Twister category, yeah, other people have 5,000s, and that's only the West girls. You know, I mean, I'm a part of the part of the West, but yeah, it was just like nobody couldn't have that title other than me. I'm sorry, and I told Shorty this also, like, because he said I should have set this one out.
He said that.
He said that.
You guys were on the show together, right?
On Legendary, yeah.
Would you be able to tell me a little bit about this show? Because the reason why I want to know, I was told that you weren't at Ebony, you were a West while you were on the show. And you went back to Ebony to be on the show. Is that true? Tell me about that.
I was a 007. And at first when I got the call to be on the show, I was a Saint Laurent.
Oh.
Right. But I was a Saint Laurent, but I wasn't really in the house. I was just...
Because that's your father was in the house.
Right, exactly. So I had got on the show because of my pops.
Oh, shout out to Ken.
Right. So when I had got the call that I was an alternate on Saint Laurent, because Mokoko's, he's actually Saint Laurent, he took the spot. So I was just like, I was out of the question. So I was over it that I wasn't ever on the show. That's when the Ebony's called me. That's when Jack called me and was like, well, the Ebony's need one more person. Because Devo was supposed to take the spot, but Devo never showed up. I don't know why. There's stories behind it, but Devo never showed up. It was between...
I love that we talk on this show.
Yes.
So many things get unpacked. Tell me more.
Yeah, so Devo was supposed to show. That day, everybody was supposed to sign contracts. Like, literally, like, everybody was signing their contracts. And they called me. I was eating dinner with my ex-boyfriend. And I literally had to, like, stop eating dinner. They called me an Uber from Connecticut to Manhattan. I had to get in the cab and leave dinner and go all the way straight to Connecticut to sign a contract. And when I got there, I finally saw who was on the team because I didn't know who was on the team. Mm-hmm. So when I saw who was on the team, I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It was cool?
It was okay for me.
Did you think that you guys would win with your team that you saw?
I didn't think that. I mean, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say like I didn't think that we were going to win. I didn't think that we were going to lose. I feel like once we got into the groove and what was going on, like throughout the competition, mm-hmm. I knew we wasn't going to win. I knew we was not going to win.
So you were on the first season.
Yes.
Which is super dope.
Yeah.
I think it's very dope. I think that Legendary mainstreams of Ballroom, and I think that's incredible and all of that. But I also would like to know, what were some of the behind things that we don't know about that you think people should know about?
I wish they would have did the B-rolls. Like, you know how like...
I love a good B-roll.
I love a B-roll. Like, they set up like arguments and stuff like that. Like, me and Misha, they had a whole argument. Like, I love Misha Lay now. I love Misha Lay.
But tell me about the argument.
Like, we were going back and forth.
She's a beauty.
Like, I know, but we were reading back and forth. Like, it was like... Just about ballroom stuff. Like, she was like, nobody...
What could you say about her?
I told her that nobody knows who she is. Knowing damn well everybody knows.
Everybody knows Misha Lay.
Everybody knows, but... It was a comeback, like, cause she was coming, like, she was like, bitch, you're nobody. I was like, well, you're nobody. Nobody knows who you are. So
she a whole Beyonce.
You're a whole Beyonce.
The world
exactly.
outside of Beyonce.
Right, exactly. But I was just talking shit, so that was fun. Little things like, what else that happened? Like, there's just little shady stuff that happened behind the scenes. That's like, you know.
I heard that like y'all getting ready, like y'all. How much time did y'all spend working on that choreography?
Oh, we only had like literally like 2.5 days, 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, because soon as you get up the stage, you have to prep for the next. Like you get rest, okay, cool. But then the next day is work. Like you gotta pick out the concept. You gotta pick out what we're wearing, and then we gotta start rehearsing. Wow. And then the next day is rehearsal, and then the next day is the show.
So you guys did that in a matter of 1 month? Mm-hmm. The whole entire show?
Yeah. Well, it's probably 2 months.
Damn.
Because the whole show I think was 3 months, but we were only there for like 2 months. Because by the time we got off, it was still episodes left, and they were there for an extra month, most likely. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Mm-hmm. So when you did come back off of Legendary 2020, I think it was. I know it was this ball. I think it was August 12, 2020. You debuted it as a Captivating West, and you were on his team. It was Ty's team, I believe it was. And y'all ate up all of the Legendary Twister just before you were a legend.
Yeah, it was Juan's team.
Mm-hmm.
Juan was a West at the time.
He was. Mm-hmm. He left, and he had a lot of things to say when he left. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know about it?
I don't.
Okay. Okay, but no, that night was a very special night. It was a very special night for Twist. I want to give all of y'all a shout out because I watched it and I was like, they are voguing like down.
Right.
What was that night all about?
Man, Ken. Who else was on that team?
Indigo.
Ken, Indigo, but more so not Indigo. But it was Man and Ken
okay.
that was talking a lot of shit. Like when I ate, they were like bullying us. Like
where was they talking shit at?
Like just in person or through text or on Facebook. Like they were just talking shit. We're gonna smoke y'all. Like we're going to smoke y'all. And I mean. Me and Juan put that team together. Like I was like, bitch, we need the best of the best. And I was like, even though we wish we had one more spot because it was supposed to be for Charmin, like because we really wanted Charmin on the team. But I think Charmin was a West at the time too, so it was
too many West.
Too many West.
Okay.
So that's what it was. It was really supposed to be Charmin on the team too, but it was too many West. So that's how Malik was on the team,
which was a
good choice.
Most definitely.
So yeah, we were talking so much shit. And we were just on hot and ready. Like we was ready. We won. I feel like we just won the whole ball. Even though I ended the ball, I feel like we won the whole.
So you did end the ball.
Yeah. I didn't really end it. Indigo ended it, but I ended it.
Well, tell me about that. What happened?
After the battle,
because it was like hostile energy. Like it was like, bitch, they got to fight. Like, is everything okay?
Okay. Well, first of all, as we battling.